Customs, possibly the best map in Tarkov. It's where most people get their start in the game, and it's even frequented by many veterans as they just can't give it up. Today, I'm going to throw 5 tips at you that can improve your experience on this map. Think you know everything there is to know about Customs? Let's find out. Alright, so tip number 1, you can jump over the wall here at the custom shortcut in a few different places, and I'm going to go over them right now. So everyone knows about this one right here. You can jump on top of the porta potty from the edge of this car and then jump over the fence that way. But there's actually 2 ways that you can get back on the other side of the wall. The first way is by jumping on this little car here and then jumping straight over the wall. The catch here is that you do have to have pretty high strength to make this particular jump. But don't worry, if you don't have that high of strength, there is another way we can get back over the fence. Move on up the pipe a little bit, cross the barbed wire, and jump on this little barrel. It's a bit tricky and you are going to step on the barbed wire, but you can jump straight over the wall from here and get to the other side. It's not always the cleanest jump, but it has saved my life and saved me a lot of time. Tip number 2, the storage building on Customs, which is this building right here if you're not familiar, has some pretty great loot. You can find expensive cases as well as a variety of random loot, including wallets that can have expensive key cards inside. If you spawn here, definitely come over and check for it. At the very least, I oftentimes find a set of headphones on this rack here, a loose magazine that can have any type of ammo around here, and like I said, it's even been reported that you can find dog tag cases as well as money cases here. It's pretty much a second marked room that doesn't really get talked about as much as the primary marked room. Tip number 3, the dorms have many rooms of great value that have safes inside, loose loot, and jackets which can spawn almost any key in the game. This all makes the 2- and 3-story dorms extremely valuable and underrated. I know that people like to come here to loot the marked room, but they almost always forget about the other locked rooms. No one really ever goes to hit them. And if you guys want to see firsthand just how good the dorms keys are, I did make a video looting all the rooms in dorms a little while back. Just check out this video here. But before you do that, make sure to stick around and check out the end of this video. Tip number 4 is another tip on how to traverse the map quickly. Right here next to the old gas station, there's actually several ways you can jump this fence without going through the choke pointy gate. Starting all the way over here on the right, you can jump right up on this pipe and then jump sideways to get over the fence. It's a little tricky, and I'm just going to preface this by saying please try all of these jumps offline before you do it online, so in case somebody comes up to kill you, you don't blame me, it's not my fault. Don't say I didn't tell you to practice. Anyway, you can sideways jump right over this pipe through a little section of the wall to make your life easy. If that ends up being too difficult for you, you can also jump straight into this tree and then jump straight over the fence that way. The hardest jump here, in my opinion, is up here on the train tracks. You can actually aim for this little section of the wall, do a good jump and land on it, immediately turn right and then get over the wall that way. I oftentimes mess this one up and it pretty much never works for me, but it is possible and I want you guys to know about it. And lastly, if you're on the other side of this fence, there's a lot of places where you can just run, hit a good jump, and straight clear the entire fence, no problem. And tip number 5 in this video is a bit of a for fun tip, but I do want you guys to know how to do this because it is fun. The mounted grenade launcher in the fortress can actually hit the 3-story dorms, and it can really freak out and even kill anyone that's inside. All you have to do is set the gun to 5.4 and then strafe left and right with your shots and let the grenades do the rest of the work. I don't recommend staying on the grenade launcher too long because once you start firing, people immediately know where to look, so it can be a little dangerous, but this is how you hit the 3-story dorms from fortress. So how did you guys do? Did you already know every one of these tips? Did a few of them surprise you, or did you know none of them? Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you guys think you have some tips that people should know about, comment those too. Alright, and there you have it. That's 5 quick tips for customs in Escape from Tarkov. Guys, if you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Tarkov content. We put it out all the time. If you ever want to come hang out with the community and have a good time with us, you can find me at twitch.tv/finestxi. Come say hello, I'd love to meet you. That being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. If you guys haven't already checked it out, I made a video on 64 tips for beginners in Escape from Tarkov. There might be something in there that can help you out. Otherwise, consider checking out my most recent video.